My first speedway race would probably be when my dad was racing TQs, little blue, light blue, number 25 TQ. Basically ever since I seen that car when I was a young fella sitting on the right rear tyre, when my dad was washing it after an event, speedway stuck with me. I was only a little fella, maybe 3 or 4. Sometimes you get, when you're idling around under the the yellow flag, and when we're wheel packing and stuff, you think, my dad's raced here, and that's pretty much why I got into it. TQs, I'm just too big, and geez, I'd probably need 2 of them welded together to even get me around the track. Midgets were just a little bit too far in terms of price bracket, and the F2s were pretty much a really good fit for me. Not as many cars on the track, everybody kind of gives you a bit of room. It's not so dog eat dog, and yeah, it's just a good place to start. Sort your skills out, and then maybe move on. My season in the F2s went okay. Really, the first night I really messed up. I was winning the feature, last lap, and just rubbed the wall, and it knocked the front wheel out of it. So I ended up being on the infield, which is a very bad way to start. That was 37 points in the bag all day, and since then we basically had to fight back. And Zahn, who was my main competitor, he's been running around the springs for 16 years now, so I kind of had to see what I could do there. But yeah, just the gap was too big to gain back. So we finished 3rd. I'm happy with 3rd. Last year we came 5th in my first year. So yeah, we decided moving up. Yeah, I've been lucky enough to save a bit of my sponsorship money, and just kind of use their money as like an investment to, when a good car comes up or something that I can make money on, to make our team better. And a car came up on Trade Me, and I basically bought it. It's another Spike chassis, and it's got a Casey Kane Mopar in it, so we're looking to run that car. I'll probably run the F2 again at the Springs, because I need to make sure that my sponsors are getting value for money. That was a big thing for me when I I've done circuit racing in my past, and I've always been quite a big guy, but had some really good people behind me and that have given me good equipment, and I've been able to just do what I've needed to do to get some wins under my belt. And then went through a bit of a rough patch and couldn't run for probably 3 or 4 seasons after I totaled my car at Pukekohe, and that was basically 50 grand down the drain. And to go racing, I'd had to borrow some money off the bank, a whole 50 grand. So I had to pay them back first, and then I had a few health issues, and basically I decided that I wanted to go midget racing, and a few people laughed at me, and that really pissed me off. So basically when I brought my first car in from America, I couldn't even fit in it, and since then I've lost about 40 kilos, and hopefully still there's another few kilos in there, and yeah, that's what what was my drive? People laughing at me. At the end of the day, I'm in the car now and they're still watching in the crowd. My best memory would be actually getting my package together and rolling out for the gate for the first time to get pushed off. Never been pushed off before, and when the car took fire, that was awesome. My main sponsors, Narelle and Paul's, Chris Myers from Aussie, and Jack and John from New Zealand, that are the New Zealand agents. They're our main sponsor. And then we've got Filter Master, Takanini Fabrication, SSL, Speedy Freight, Jack Links, Metro Gas. There's a ton of them really. The good thing is that they're all willing to work together. I've got a really good base core of sponsors, but at the same time sponsorship always is progressing. So sometimes you do have to give a sponsor a break. You can't just ask them every year for money. It's always good to maybe even advertise their product on your car for a year and don't get any money off them. That's a good way of showing them that you're really grateful for what they've done in the past. The good thing about the springs, and if your clients and your sponsors are Auckland based, it's basically within 20 or 30 minutes of everybody from the North Shore, from down here in South Auckland. To get to the springs, it's a really good night and it's not too long. They can just basically, what I do with my sponsors is provide an evening, usually on a really big night, like the 50 lapper or New Zealand Sprint midget title, somewhere where they go and they can watch our racing, but also be involved in watching the best of the best run as hard as they can. The sponsors come up into the corporate box. I think this year we had about 40 or 50 people up there. They can enjoy a night, and during the racing when I'm out of the car and the car's being looked after by the crew, that gives me time to go up and thank the sponsors and just do little things with them, get photos taken, and and now at the end of the season we're putting on our second sponsors event, and that's going to be indoor karting. There's going to be 10 teams of 4, and we'll go there and have a barbecue and discuss racing and try to sit down with each person and see if they want to be involved next year, but at the same time get them out on the track and try to beat them. Basically, racing for me is everything. It's a good release from my work. Really, if I didn't race, I don't know if I could do what I do with the swimming pools. The swimming pools, with our business growing, and since it being a family business, me trying to do more to give my parents time to go away for the weekend and just recharge their batteries as the business is growing. I really don't know if I could do it without getting on the track. So anybody that can help me achieve that, I really appreciate. And thanks to everybody involved with my racing. Thanks to my crew. Thanks to my parents. Thanks to all my cousins that come and watch. Thanks to people through Facebook that are up to date and tell me that I can go out there and win. And just thanks to everybody involved.